Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to talk about a brand new coin that is just about to be launching into its last test phase called Testnet 3 Phase 3. It may already have been launched depending on when you're watching this video, but this test is the last phase before it will enter mainnet. How long this phase will go on, we don't know, because they have to test different issues and check for bugs and etc. So, but anyway, this is the last test phase and it's a very interesting test phase. The project I am about to reveal for you, I already have spoken about a little bit before in one of my earlier videos. But in today's video we're going to take a deeper dive into what this project is all about and one of the problems it solves. There is no doubt that there are thousands of crypto projects out there, and most of them are not doing or bringing anything new to the table. I have explained this before. But one of the things that I have mentioned is for a project to have the opportunity to have the to thrive and have a life, it is important that it solves one or more current problems within the crypto industry and the blockchain technology. And the coin I want to refer to you today is Aleo. If you've been following my channel, you know that I have been spoken about Aleo earlier, but not as much as we're going to do in this video. Now, Aleo is a very interesting project. As you can see here, Aleo is building a user experience on the web that is both truly personal and truly private. In the next decade, web services will be everywhere, living in more places than just your browser, and reasons over every intimate detail of our personal lives. Our private lives have become a public commodity, and as a web service evolves to become more personal, to live everywhere, we need to rethink how we control our data. Now, this is a major thing about one of the issues that Aleo is trying to solve with their technology and project. I'm going to come back to the technology. But as we can read down here, today there is no such thing as a private web data. If it lives online, somebody owns it. The web provides free services in exchange for personal data. This business model is obsolete and puts users at odds with web services. Users must hand over personal data in exchange for services to interact with one another in their daily lives. Service providers must manage sensitive data that risk their businesses if improperly stored, processed, or disclosed. This is a problematic and should not have to be this way. Now, this is a very interesting issue that they are attacking, if you can use that word, and that with Aleo they are trying to resolve this issue with the privacy, but also the transparency, because one thing is the development on the blockchain and its technology, but when you use a transaction, you also need some type of transparency to gain some trust, with either if it's a bank or it's a private person or it's government. But in the same way, you don't want to reveal too much, not because you have something to hide, but because you don't want to, in general, to reveal too much. Some of it is private. And one of the things that Aleo is utilizing is a mechanism called zero knowledge proofs, or proof of zero knowledge. I'm not going into the specific about what this is all about, but I will try to simplify it as best I can. We all know that most of all wallet addresses related to its respective cryptocurrency can be explored through a blockchain explorer as long as you have the wallet address. Within the blockchain explorer, you can see all transactions and current holdings. There are a few exceptions like Monero which are all about privacy, and basically you can't track a transaction or explore a wallet address through a blockchain explorer when you use Monero. But for an example, you as a private person would not be interested to give away your Bitcoin wallet address to whatever person, because you know that if the person gets your wallet address, he or she can check your balance and all transactions related to that wallet address. But again, if you use a currency like Monero, nothing is verifiable. Example, you want to send money to a bank to reinvest in a property project, but the bank refuses to accept your payment that have been exchanged from Monero to a stablecoin or fiat based on the fact that they can't see where the money comes from. Now here is where Aleo and zero knowledge solves a huge problem. One of Aleo's use cases will be that you can send a transaction and the receiver can verify the exact transaction without you revealing your whole wallet balance and transaction history. The receiver have only access to that exact transaction and where it comes from, not the rest of your wallet history. In other words, zero knowledge cryptography helps us to overcome the tension between verifiability and privacy. I recommend you guys to watch a seminar from Stanford with Alex Pruden from Aleo, where he explains very well the use cases of Aleo and the zero knowledge technology. The length of the video is just under 57 minutes, but it's worth watching, I promise you. One thing is all the benefits with this technology that he goes through, but he also explains the challenges. So go watch it, and I'm pretty sure you will be excited when you hear what he explained and what problems Aleo and the zero knowledge solves. Before we talk about the entering of the next testnet, the last phase of testnet 3, phase 3, I'm going to show you this article from Tom's Hardware. This is now some months old. It's from the 10th of December 2022. The article states that new Aleo crypto coin may give GPU miners a second chance. I think I have shown this before in one of my earlier videos when I spoke about Aleo, but I'm just going to go quick over it. There is a chance that cryptocurrency miners may have found a new type of coin to mine with their suddenly useless GPUs, and it's even spurring GPU purchases and a new line of motherboards based on an old chipset. Aleo is a new cryptocurrency currently in the testnet 3 phase. However, it's reportedly very close to its mainnet launch and has gathered interest from cryptocurrency miners. According to recent tweets from the official Aleo account, there are currently up to 14,000 nodes mining the coin. In addition, there are 20 million proofs per second, representing a 1000x improvement over the testnet 2 phase. However, and unlike other cryptocurrency, Aleo doesn't rely solely on the best graphics card. You can also mine Aleo with a processor because part of the algorithm depends on the processor's performance, so it has a role in the mining process. As such, miners will need to find the best combination of processor and graphics card. Now I'm going to stop you there because this was back in December. There have been some changes when it comes to what you can mine. I'm not quite sure, but we're going to look into the specs. If we look here at GitHub at Aleo HQ, Snarkos. Now this was on phase 2, at the last test of Aleo. And here you could run something called Snarkos. You could set up your own node, you can mine to your own node, and you help the decentralization and everything. You guys know the story. But The requirement to run a node was that the CPU needs to be minimum 16 cores with 32 cores, whereof 32 cores was preferred. RAM should be 16 GB, where 32 GB was preferred. Storage 128 GB of disk space, and this couldn't be some random disk hard drives. It had to be SSD drives. And you have to have a network bandwidth with 10 megabits per second of upload and download bandwidth. Now this is back when the last phase that is over now. If you wanted to mine and test and run your own node, this is not entirely how it probably will be as of today. If we head over to my Discord channel, as you can see here, and the latest announcement from Aleo, from the official Aleo Discord channel, Viv has written here: the end of testnet 3 phase 2 is here. The Aleo network will be offline while we perform several upgrades in preparation for and ushering in testnet 3 phase 3. Starting on April 13th at 23:59 UTC, the network will go offline until Monday, April 17th. On April 17th, we will announce several changes and other exciting news around testnet 3 phase 3 incentives, so keep an eye out. Note that the network upgrades will include a restart with a hard fork, so for those running nodes, please ensure you update to the latest version on Monday, April 17th. As always, thank you for being a part of testnet 3. Now the interesting thing is that I went over, as I told you, I went over to the Discord channel, and I asked in the channel testnet 3 support, I asked how I could set up a testnet 3 phase 3 node and where could I find these files and instructions, and then I got a response that there is no details yet, and also I got a response that if I want to run a node for experience or building, I could use this guide here. Now this guide here is for the phase 2 of testnet 3, so if I run it, nothing will happen, especially after the network will be disconnected from 13th of April. But another interesting question I asked is, do you know if it will be possible to also mine with GPU on phase 3? And when mainnet is launched, will it also then be available to mine with GPU, or is it just CPU? And the answer I got is, as I know, miners will need CUDA, and with CUDA it refers to the NVIDIA GPUs. Now if we head over to F2Pool's webpage on how to mine Aleo, now I don't think it's the date for this when this article is written, but anyway, here it says that Aleo can be efficiently mined with NVIDIA GPUs. For each GPU you may get the following ready. You need a GPU with a driver higher than 515 or above, with RAM of more than 6 GB. You need an 8-core CPU for one GPU. So if you want to run 2 GPUs on the same motherboard, you need 16-core CPU. Also, you need minimum memory of 8 GB and an SSD storage of 128 GB. I think this yes, okay, here it says, please note, currently Aleo testnet 3 mining has ended. You may consider mining other coins and come back to Aleo again after its mainnet starts. Okay, so this is, I think maybe this article, this how-to article is newer than the Tom's Hardware article, because obviously here you could mine with the GPU. So the requirements looks like it's about the same. So it will be interesting to see when the testnet 3 phase 3 enters, what the system requirements will be then. and also when we hit mainnet. But I will keep you guys updated on how I set up my node. I would be interested to test out its SnarkOS version here to just see how I build it, but I will not launch it because it will not work. And the reason for that is because the version that I need to run the node for phase 3 is called Aleo BFT. This is Aleo HQ SnarkOS, so there's a different node. So Aleo BFT is obviously, as far as I understand, a different type of node that will be available for phase 3 when everything is ready. Now, before we wrap up this video, I want to take a look at livecoinwatch.com here. And based on the article from Tom's Hardware, I think, and based on the price here, I think Aleo could be profitable. Of course, everything will depend on how much coins you get per day when you mine, how many if it pays out $49.66 when it's launched on mainnet, it's a very nice price. And I'm also interested in the hash rate, what type of miner I'm going to be using. Most likely when those files will be ready on GitHub for phase 3, they have a miner included, so I don't think it will be an external miner or something. I'm not sure, I haven't checked that up. Maybe it is, but anyway, I will wait till the updates for test 3 will arrive. Phase 3, I'm sorry. The interesting thing is that I like the use case with this coin. Aleo has a very, very nice use case, especially this with privacy and also transparency. You're giving some information, but you don't give everything, because you wouldn't in the daily life. If you were to pay someone, you can give them a receipt that you have paid, but you don't want to you don't want to give them access to a whole wallet to see both your balance and transaction history. It's stupid. So it might be other coins out there who also tries to solve this issue. I don't know, but Aleo, I think, could have some huge potential. And if it will be easy to mine and you can mine it with GPU, we would see a huge spike in difficulty when it hits mainnet, and it will be interesting to see the rewards and what cards are most efficient. So yes, it's very interesting. Now, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. If you want to get updates on future content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. I hope this video was interesting, gave you more information about the Aleo project. Thank you very much for watching, and I see you next time. Have a nice day.